Hey there, this is an American mutt, an independent, and also a member of the Holy Spirit of humanity. If the dog barks, I'm sorry. My son owns a German Shepherd, and if you ever want a quiet dog, don't get a German Shepherd. Get a Pit Bull. See, she's quiet. The other one, you'll hear him. And he'll be back sooner or later. He'll probably bite me. He's a nice dog, but he loves to play. And I roughhouse. He loves to play against me. But back to what I was going to do this video on. Shit. Sorry, I'm just looking to see what he is freaking out about. It's probably a cat. He's such a weird little dog. But in the independent party, we're not really fond on EVs, at least my opinion. I believe in hydrogen, using water to power a car. Hydrogen gas is very explosive, but very clean to burn. And cars run a lot cleaner. There's a lot involved with it. I'm a person, I've rebuilt several motors. I've studied into it. 1984, there was a man that did it to a dune buggy, and I'm a big fan of his too. That's in us Generation X, and he was a boomer. He wasn't an X, but in our generation, we did a lot of wild stuff. And I'll do a video about different things Gen Xers don't bring up, like Live Aid for Africa. Why don't I ever see that on any Gen X videos? How about Hands Across America? Farm Aid? Come on, one of you Gen X YouTubers do it. But back to my story. I'm not a big fan of electric cars. People can't afford their power now, and you want to charge them more. Now, if Joe Biden wants to put a cap on privately owned corporations' utilities, don't ever call it public utilities. Do you own your utility company? I don't. And I'm a member of the public. And I do know who is a major owner of our utility company here in Pennsylvania. And yeah, it's not Pennsylvania residents. Maybe one. There is one down by Philly that probably has money invested in PP&L, but it is not the public. So electricity is not public utilities, it is private corporations' utilities. We'll get that straight first. But since Joe Biden wants to build all these new non-coal, non-oil, or gas burning electric plants, which I don't know what you're going to create electricity from. I mean, out west is pretty much drying up. And I'll do a thing about that, how we can return the water to the West. We can fix this planet. That's what really annoys us independents. We actually can fix it. Fix it. Not spend billions on talking about it like Republicans, Democrats, global warming, what have you done? Well, we send $1 billion for a war machine and we burn over 1 billion gallons of fuel in that war machine every year. That cleans the planet, right? No. Well, that's the best they can do. And that is how weird this world is. We can clean the atmosphere by planting more trees. It's warmer. Plants grow better. The more trees, trees do this weird little thing. After they absorb the carbon out of the air, absorb it, what all that technology, I just invented the perfect filter. It's called a tree. Absorbed the garbage out of the air, put it inside them, contain it, right? And the people would say, this is not a good idea. Say, well, once the tree dies, the CO goes back in the atmosphere. But if you bury the tree, the CO goes back into the ground where it came from. So that whole theory is stupid. But you plant these trees where you couldn't plant them before because the planet is a little bit warmer. The oceans aren't rising the way they said. I mean, go look at Zuckerberg's new house along the beach. The fact that a billionaire builds a house on a volcanic island, that part I really don't make sense. Zuckerberg Every now and then, Hawaii has a volcano. Go figure. But I'm glad you built your survival home on a volcano. And these are the brilliant people in America. Yeah. I mean, look at Obama's nice house right along the coastline because global flooding's coming, people. Didn't Al Gore say that? Wasn't it 10 years ago it happened? 2005, I think, global warming, we all went underwater. No? Obama building his home on the beach. No? Most of these billionaires have beach homes because the water's rising. Yeah, you can't make this shit up. These people are nutty. They tell you you're bad. And that's the part that's so nutty. But back to the whole EV and electric garbage. Now, see, the independents, we thought about maybe burning trash, okay? You know, trash that sits in all these landfills. And believe it or not, here in my home state of Pennsylvania, we got a little building, well, it's not really little, a building in Harrisburg that, this is the amazing part, takes trash and turns it into electricity. I know. You never think that technology exists. We could literally clear the land of garbage and burn it and turn it into electricity, you know, renewable, because humans, we make garbage. We're good at making garbage. Joe Biden's literally trying to make Gaza Strip into a garbage pen, or at least level it so that their new owners, you know, the new squatters, can move in. Oh, wait, we don't like squatters in the U.S. Are we giving money to Israel? Do they own the Gaza Strip? They were there first? No? Oh, well, I guess that's not squatting. Taking someone's home that doesn't belong to you. Maybe not. I'm just an independent. I'm kind of naive. Because to me, that's exactly what squatting means. Taking someone else's home that doesn't belong to you. But I'm an independent. So, you know, we're kind of loony people. Yeah, I know. If you think you're insane, you fit in with the real world. And actually, you probably will go insane if you understand the real world. It's a hard balance to ride there. Remember, you got people that say they're going to clean up the environment, yet they go to war. Now, us in the independents, we're kind of confused how blowing up stuff is good for the environment. Now, I'm telling you, I'm naive. But to me, dropping a bomb, doesn't that create heat? Doesn't that blow up stuff that releases carbon? No, I'm naive. I'm not a scientist and all. But I do think I understand how fire works. Go figure. I'm just an American mutt. And if this will be the first time I give you why I call myself the American mutt. My dad was Susquehannock Indian. My mom was Irish. She was Irish. Nothing else, just Irish. So I figure I'm Irish and Indian. I'm a mutt. I'm a mixed breed, okay? And most of America, you're mutts too. I know you get all pissy, I just called you a mutt, but unless you're a purebred, you're either Irish, Jewish, whatever, you're a mutt, okay? I'm sorry to break it to you. I don't mind being a mutt. But, like my pit bull, don't mess with the mutt. See, to me, the American pit bull is the American dog. It's a mixed breed, 3 different breeds, matter of fact. Doesn't really matter too much. Maybe a little mastiff here, a little bull terrier there, and throw in something else, boxer, whatever, and you got a pit bull. And that's what us Americans are. See, America was founded on immigration. Go figure. I know we hate immigration, right, in America? But most of you are from immigrant blood. Go figure. You hate your own kind. Now, I don't get it. I mean, I'm half Irish, half Indian. And so half of me was here and half of me came over. And further on, I'll explain how I think we should help immigration by not letting them in, but moving south and helping clean up their countries so they don't want to leave. I mean, I don't know about you. I love the American country. But see, to me, there's this weird little trio that goes on. It's called North America. So anybody in there is American. Yes, I mean you too in Canada. You got Central America. So they're still Americans. And you have South America. Now, what in all three of them work together? North America, Central America, South America. But then again, we do have them immigrants. They, after all, Central America and South America, they did come across an ocean. No? But most Europeans did. Matter of fact, I'll even blow your mind even farther. Because most people don't actually understand history. We got people on the right that sit there and complain about immigrants and all that. And we can't have an immigrant president. Okay. All right, you on the right. Because you don't understand history at all. Before the Declaration of Independence, okay, before they all signed it, which was an act of war, okay, that was treason to the British Empire. You do understand, you're with me, right, Republicans? Before that paper was signed, George Washington was what? Was he an American citizen, which America did not exist? It didn't exist. It was the British 13 colonies. Or B, a British citizen. The British 13 colonies until after the Civil War. After the Revolutionary War. I never understood that Civil War term either. There was no civil to war. But before the Revolutionary War, so George Washington was not a natural-born American citizen. Do you Republicans, are you with me? Matter of fact, it wasn't until the 9th president of the United States that the president was actually born an American citizen. So, when you say you hate immigrants as being or running for president, you hate the founding fathers. Because they were immigrants, they were lawbreakers. Signing Declaration of Independence pretty much meant if they got caught or lost the Revolutionary War, and they were British citizens beforehand. Now, some of them might have been Spanish and Portugal, but in general, they were British colonies. Born British citizens. Do you see where you're kind of a little off, Republicans? If you don't believe an immigrant can run this country, then you don't believe in the founding, at least the first 8 presidents of the United States. They were all born immigrants. Are you with me, Republicans? You're welcome. And one more, just for you Republicans. What if Jesus came from Mexico? What if? I mean, he wasn't a wealthy man back then. And I'm not busting on Jesus. And I love the whole idea of Jesus is awesome to me. I have no problem with it. He was a kind man. Good. I'm fine with Jesus. What if he was an illegal? Would you throw him out? Just curious. What if he was born American? I mean, I do the kind things because I have the Spirit of Jesus with me. I know a man can do kind things. And I always hear people say, one man cannot change the world. Martin Luther King. One man can't change the world. John F. Kennedy. One man cannot change the world, Bobby Kennedy. One man cannot change the world, Nikola Tesla. I can keep going on, but people always tell me one man can't change the world. How about George Washington? Well, there were several men that changed the world on that one. So, yeah, that one don't work. Ben Franklin? Maybe? Maybe it's just the way the independents look at things. Maybe we understand the truth behind the truth. Maybe we just don't believe in discrimination. See, we kind of want all humans, all humans created and treated equally. Go weird. The Constitution kind of says it. It doesn't say the humans, but I can add HU to man. No problem. It's the only change I would do to that great document, even though all the death that came from it. And I don't approve of war. I want to take the U.S. military and change them into a Peace Corps, where they are going into different countries, helping to bring plumbing in, helping to bring buildings in, helping to bring people back. See, proper immigration. Oh yeah, I have a whole bunch of plans to talk to Mr. Kennedy about. Desalination plants, to move water from the ocean inland, to help fix the planet. A lot of people don't understand balance the way I look at it. And the planet is out of balance. And it needs replaced. It needs returned. Returned is a better sign. Be safe. Be strong. Come join us in the independence. You Gen Xers, you guys are the closest to being an independent out of all. Because you've seen both sides. Remember, Gen Xers, we've seen nuclear disarmament. We can see it again. I hate nukes. Oh. That is one of the dumbest things humans have ever created. Be safe. Be strong. Come join us in the independence. Leave the hate at the door. We're only into making better humans, making a better world. Creating heaven on earth for you Christians. Us in the independents, we don't want to wait for heaven. And we sure as hell don't want a large body count to get heaven. And that's to all you religions. We don't believe in the big G world or G word. We go with all humans get heaven and work together to create heaven instead of 2/3 of the humans being well, you know your own story, religion. And think about it. What type of God only wants a certain group alive? Aren't we all God's children? I think your book says we are. I think your God said we are. But only 1/3 get to go? Does your God hate its own creation? I hope not. Mine doesn't. See, mine look at us, whatever religion you are, we're all God's children, right? Right? Male, female, doesn't matter. Like I asked before, what gender is God? I want to know this one, because no one can seem to tell me what gender God is. My God's all. Doesn't really have a gender. It's not really important to my version of God. But it must be to yours. Or maybe not. Be safe, be strong. Come join us in the independence. We'll take all religions, just leave the hate. And leave the whole apocalypse theory, because we kind of want to save all humanity, not just one group. All right, cool. Hope you start enjoying my YouTube. I'm a little out there on my theories. But if you think about them, it's not way out there, is it? But we can fix this, Gen X. We dropped the ball with the internet. We need to stop this bad evolution coming on by voting for the right candidate and talking to the millennials and Z's. Because us Gen Xers, we had the best world. The 80s, we fed people. We got farmers back their land. We cared about the homeless. And we tore down the Berlin Wall. We had the only, or at least the last, since nukes been created, disarmament in the 80s. We had Boy George, didn't care. We had Freddie Mercury, we didn't care. We had David Bowie, we didn't care. We didn't give a rat's butt if you were gay, straight, or wore a dress. It was a great time. Let's teach millennials and the Gen Zs what it was like to be indiscriminate and just enjoy life. Oh yeah, and remember this, Gen Xers. We danced. We skated. We went to dances. We were dancers. Maybe that's why we had so much fun. Be safe. Be strong. You're never alone.